well, let's see how much I've been booping the camera. Okay, not that bad, not that bad. Let's see. Pattern might be a good idea to have up. Really? Go away, ad. I don't need you. Okay. Also, I might get a delivery at any time between now and end of stream, so yay. Let me see if I can fix the colors, because this is not quite right. Not quite. The properties. Configure. That's more like it. Also, that's more like it. Okay. Okay. There we go. That's better. Woohoo! That's the actual colors. Hi, Dizzy. I'm gonna actually start with this one. But because it's a pretty small object, I do got this one too to work with for a slightly smaller one. Okay. I did save one 3.5mm. Oh, he's on my desk. Looking at me. He is right in that angle. Looking straight at me. Yes. Judging me for having been awake an hour and being on my second mug of coffee. I'm usually on my third. And if you have seen the pattern in Discord, you know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna bunny hop into Easter with a little peep. A little bunny peep. Then, about an hour after stream, I'm gonna bunny hop myself to the store that is hopefully open. Because we need eggs and potatoes. And mother needs her cigarettes. It was 6, right? 3, 4. 6. Oh yeah, I should have gotten my lemon shark here. I forgot to grab the melon shark. I grabbed the Drew. I should have grabbed the lemon too. What's stitch marker? Let's go with the yellow stitch marker. I think that should be the most available. Oh yeah. They are a bit crazy. But mother doesn't give a fuck. Which is why I sometimes tell her that she has no right to complain about what I spend my money on. She was complaining a bit about that umbrella I got in Paleo until I pointed out the price of her cigarettes. And we are also using this as my roll counter, finally. I got at the thrift store for $2. It's usually 25 precise. And someone based the rigging. I don't have a blanket nearby to throw on you, so you're gonna have to fix that on your own. Thank you very much. And yeah, it really was a bargain. Like $2. Normal price is 20 to 25. I'll take that. It was only because it was sold as a children's toy. Don't split yarn. This purple is also an old yarn I want out of my stash. When I do like it, I don't reach for it. Like once in a blue moon, I reach for this. I want it out of my stash. Instead of keeping it just because I like it. What's that in Swedish crowns? Because here on average, one pack of like one small pack with 20 cigarettes. No, I actually have one right here. I actually have an empty one in here. One pack of this is about 74 Swedish crowns. Oh. How did I read that so wrong? Okay. Really? For a pack like this? That can't be fucking right. Apparently I was supposed to be doing one single crochet. And then increase, not increase around, okay. Wow. And I thought our prices were crazy enough. Okay. Guess I'm not gonna be complaining that much for a little while. Because damn. That is insanity, by the way. So if you were a smoker, it would be cheaper for you to actually get over here and buy cigarettes and then go back home. Essentially. That's what I'm reading that as. It would almost be cheaper. Or at the very least, get over to Denmark. Wow. Okay, now we're on the right track. This is the top of an ear, by the way. Which is 8 rounds total, and I need to make 2 of these and then crochet them together, and then the rest is no so. And I do in fact have stuffing on my desk. And eyeballs next to me. Yeah, the only thing I did not grab is the lemon shark. It's gonna be such a pain to wash when I'm actually at that point. And I am not caffeinated enough for this. This yarn be playing havoc with my eyeballs. Could have started with the blue. Let's put it that way. It looks kind of stripy, but it turns into like camo when you crochet with it. Kind of camo. Okay. I really hope the delivery arrives after stream, but with my luck, it's gonna be during. It was quite annoying that the camera is resetting after every stream, it seems. Put washing out? Yeah, you do that before it starts raining. Then just go around. Okay. It's been so long since I made these. It's been about a year. I make some of these every Easter. and giveaway. I think I made like 9 and I've kept 1. And I don't even know where he is at the moment either. Whoa. Yeah, I made a tri-colored one last year, I think it was, or the year before. I think the one I kept was purple, yellow, pink. Oh yeah, this will look very purple camo. Maybe I can find a pattern for feathers. That would be interesting. I have a slight idea of how I can do it. It would be great if I had an actual pattern. Otherwise I could probably just adjust the wing patterns for the fly balls and make that a feather shape. That wouldn't be hard. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. Okay. Sadly, the bubbles do not have numbers on them. They did have another of those hearts, but that one had letters on it. And that wasn't much help either, so I chose a plain one. They also had a smaller one, but that was too small. It was basically a heart with like 6 bubbles. That one was way too small. And also same price as this one. That was a bit yay. Think I'll go with the big one. I could probably just draw on the numbers myself though. Okay. Now we do a round of decreases apparently. Fools me. I am not caffeinated enough. Also need to pull yarn. And yeah, I know I didn't put on my rings. My hands are very dry and itchy. And I tried having the rings on, but that made it worse. So I took them off again. I'm gonna wait with stuffing the ears until I have crocheted them together. Because it's gonna be a lot easier than okay, which it will be that stitch. Got it. Yeah, because we are done with the first ear. Then we need to repeat this all over again. And it will be 3D, so I can't squish it. But we have one ear. Kind of looks like camo or maybe painted egg. He's gonna pull some yarn. Ah, there is the delivery. There we go. I did say there would be a delivery. What is that text message? Really? Okay, interesting. Okay. Let's repeat this here, but this time do not cut the yarn. Also need to reset this one. Okay. Making sure to unpop the bubbles. I've seen one of those, but as a frog. But it would cost me something like almost $50 with shipping, and it would be not much bigger than this. So, yeah. I'm settling for Rainbow Heart. I think this was number 6. Safety count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, okay. Come on. And the only reason I'm starting with purple instead of the blue that I actually want to do is because mother. She tends to steal some of my things. So if I start with the purple and give her that, that means I can have my blue in peace. Coffee. Okay, now to remember, it is single crochet and increase, and not increase around like I have thought. Ugh, okay. I just need to arrange the laundry time so I can wash the new stuff I got from the thrift store and actually wear it. I dug out a nice plain white men's shirt I have. That with the Slytherin slipover and the tie will look fantastic. Washing out and birds fed. Ooh. Sadly, we're not allowed to feed the birds over here. At all. Not even the native ones. Which is weird because the grocery store, 4-minute walk away, sell bird food specifically for our native birds. But we're not allowed to feed them. Make that make sense, because I cannot. Yeah, it really is a shame. Especially with all of the talk about our native birds slowly dying out due to not finding enough food. But no, we're still not allowed to feed them. Let's see. Let's go around. Okay. A few that are really tame, so cute. When a robin comes across, probably for a hand by summer. Aww. When garden will always be close by. Aww. Adorable. I usually make friends with the Rose for some reason. Rose really like me. The pigeons are a bit hello sus. The seagulls are very much neutral, but the crows really like me. To the point where I can have a crow, one single one, following me from the apartment building front door to the grocery store and back. The same crow. Probably. I'm not sure if it's the same crow every time, of course, but if there are crows around, there will always be at least one that breaks off and follows me. Apart from that memorable time when I had 3. I was supposed to, the defense of them, I was carrying a cinnamon bun the size of my head. That might have been why. When I say the size of my head, that bun was like this. It was this big. Like, hi, hello. Like, this size, one cinnamon bun. Hum. My left hand really is not liking me today. You can tell by the fact that it is visibly lagging behind in movement. I need one of those wrist exercise balls. Those mechanical ones that you spin. that you wind up with a wheel on the underside. Too bad they're so expensive, even on Amazon. Though I did find one with RGB lights. That was fun. Until I saw the price. Oh, come on. I also need to check in on Eidolon to the side. Because I don't remember how full my inventory is on that dude. And I also need to check that my headset is actually fucking charging. I do have the charger plugged into a different USB hole. And I don't think it's quite like it. Let's pop another bubble. Okay, let's see. Is headset charging? Yes, but as usual, claimed to be low battery. Let me unplug it, it claims to be high. Plug it back in, low. Yeah, logic. It's charging anyway, that's something. Let's see, I don't know, how full is thy inventory? Oh, not that bad. Oh, that might actually be a better bow. Okay, if I can get lucky with the upgrades on that bow, it might actually be better. Okay. That's good to know. Been trying to get a better bow for most part of 2 weeks now. Yeah, time to pull more yarn. I'm hoping I can get the 2 bunnies done. But I am also gonna accept my limitations. Since left hand is not exactly cooperating. It's not exactly the fingers, it's more like... It's more the wrist right here. Where the actual movement is. More that part that is not cooperating. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay. That was actually the last. Was it? Thought I had only done 2 runs. You know, for sure, let's see. Okay. I can have done. Yeah, okay. Oh well. Okay, now right. Sacred time. And then crochet these together and we can start on the head. Which means that very soon we're gonna need some eyeballs. I thought Mother would get the coffee since I'm screaming, but no, she still has not gotten the fresh coffee. Okay, there we go. Okay. Going with a single, and that is the first of that. Okay. Okay. Go in there, I believe. Yeah, because that is not a stitch. That is a yeah, come on. So this will be the new start of the round. Okay, it's decreasing and then increasing. Got it. I had forgotten how annoying this pattern really is, especially on a small scale. It is so cute when done, however. But yeah, we are at the most annoying part. Because this part we are decreasing, and then next round we are increasing every single stitch. Connected. Okay. If I hold it like this. Perfect. Then I can finally move that marker to the stitch it's supposed to be in, which is the one we just made. There we go. Okay. Go. Wow, this looks very uneven in here. Okay, let's use this tail end here. Just damn. Need to secure this anyway. Since it is the tail end of one of the ears, so if this goes out, the whole ear unravels anyway, so let's throw that into both. And then I can use the rest of this as stuffing. Come on, get in. Before I grab some, real stuffing. Because this is the point where I'm gonna have to stuff the ears. Otherwise, there is no fucking way I'm gonna get stuffing into this at all. Let's see. If I split this in half-ish, it should be enough for each of the ears. Should be. I keep all of that away. Can I even? Oh yeah, I can actually get my finger in that. Okay. Because these ears don't actually need to be stuffed. They basically just need to be stuffed enough to hold shape. That's it. I think this will be all the stuffing I need. Well, yeah, like I said, it just needs to hold shape. So it doesn't need to be firm or anything. It is just to keep the shape so that they stay upright. Is that the cat or mother I just heard? I heard something in the hallway. Oh no, it was actually on my desk. Okay. It was a packet of cigarettes. To stop mother from smoking 2 packs a day, we have a deal that I have all of her cigarettes, and I give her 1 per hour. It's sort of working, and it has helped a lot. Okay. Let's actually reset this. Okay, so we have done that. Yeah, that's the one we just did. Okay. And now we are increasing all around. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh. I I sort of have yarn for a Easter flyball, by the way. Just putting that out there. Might not be today, however, but it will happen during Easter. My throat is still being a bitch. Ain't allergies fun? Sadly, my allergy tablets doesn't work on my throat too. Yeah. Oh yeah, I probably have a message on Discord I need to reply to. I'll do that after this round. I asked someone something before I started stream. I need to check if I have a reply. This will be a lot faster from here on out because now I can actually hold it. Mostly in a way. I will do some extra stitches here just to move the marker. Maybe you just need one extra? Yeah. Because I want the marker centered on the back right between the ears. There we go, we have the ears and start of the head. Woo! And now we just go round and round. Okay. I'm gonna quickly check this. No. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to respond to this because okay. Now let's go round and round for 4 rounds, apparently. Somehow I was remembering it just 5 rounds, but oh well. Maybe it was when I did a similar pattern. Because this isn't the only bunny pattern I use, it's just the one that is easiest to make for gift giveaway. They work up a lot quicker off stream. Let's put it out of the way. And ooh, wait, it's April 1st. That means... Ooh, that means that the new episode of High Potential is out. I believe it was airing last night, so... The website I watch it on should have it now. Ooh. Seems like my Wednesday will be nice. And while watching that later, I can crochet on the other things I have going on. I still have a fingerless fishnet glove I'm working on. Or I can continue with my knitted fingerless gloves that I started last night. There is that too. I have options. Okay. Excuse you. I don't give you permission to completely drop the statue. Okay, maybe I can make a flower for these to sit on. If I remember how the fuck I made that one. I once made a flower that was like the perfect size to put small things in it. But I don't remember what pattern I used. If I even used one. And it was a lot of years ago. Oh right, I need to make that one. I just remember something else that is on my crochet list. Okay. Which means I'm gonna need a toilet roll. An empty toilet roll. I hope Mother hasn't thrown them all away already. Otherwise I might have one No, almost. It's not quite empty, but almost. Okay, I can save that wall then. I also need to collect yarns for it. Thing with planning ahead is always, do I have the yarn for it? Those mini frogs on a swing? Ooh. Let me get yarn. That sounds cute. I need to get that pattern with the Mothman on the swing. The thing though is that that Mothman pattern on a swing is usually not that cheap for what it is. So I might just recreate it on my own. Because it would just be for myself anyway. Most things, well, all apart from one thing that I have recreated from other artists and designers are just for my own use. And the one exception is something that I only use for gifts anyway. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. This will be the last round. Okay. The last single crochet round, and then we are decreasing. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask Mother if she grabbed the coffee. Whoops. Never mind that. Do you even have the yarns to recreate that Mothman? Maybe. I know I have the colors, but do I have the colors of yarns that are the same thickness? That do be the real question. That is what I am not sure about at all. Okay. I'm gonna move the marker 1 second. That would make it centered after this next round. We're starting to get somewhere, guys. We're starting to get somewhere. It do be kind of slow, but bunny butt. I might actually need to stuff the head after this because this round is all decreasing. At least now it's finally bunny shaped. Almost anyway. At least have a head, that's something. And after the next round, yeah, we need eyeballs. After this next round. Ooh, I know exactly which eyeballs to use. Ooh, that would be great. Good thing I remember I even owned them. Okay, don't let the yarn, please and thank you. I do wonder if I can use the same hook for the blue one. Wow, that hole is very, very tight. Not sure if pun intended or not. Because it is also true. Hold on. Okay. No, mother did not grab the coffee. Guess that is up to me then. Because coffee. Ah, there we go. And apparently the headset is fully charged. Okay. Right, it was eyeballs and stuffing. Got it. Okay. Okay, let's put it there. Okay, so we're done with the head. Now, eyeballs, stuffing, and then we can continue with the rest of the body. The eyeballs I wanted, was it in this? No. No, it was not in that. Okay, it was in... let's see here. Also need to find the backing. Let's see, it was those I wanted. Those are pretty much the perfect bunny eyeballs. Let's see, is it these backings? No. Is it these ones? Nope. What about these? No. Let's just say my backings have no sizes listed at all. Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah. Probably those. Come here, give me another one. Okay, yeah, let's go with those. Yeah, one close. It's maybe a bit big, but I'm gonna run with them anyway. If I can even get them in. Okay, yeah, maybe a tiny bit too big. But screw it, I'm doing it anyway. Because this will be adorable. I think it will be right if I put it there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, maybe a tiny bit too big. Fuck it. That's it. That's adorable. Yes, that's adorable. Yeah, it's the oval shaped teddy bear eyes. Yeah. Okay, stitch marker popped out. Never mind. And I know for sure I will not need to burn these. These will stick. Like holy shit. They will stick. I've used them before. only downside is that the eye posts are very long. That's the only downside with these. Yeah, I need more of the ovals because this is the only size of oval I own, and I have 5 pairs left. So yeah, I need more of them. Too starey, eh? You mean like him? Or like her. Mother wanted me to put a mouth on her. I said no because I love the fact that she's so starey. It's very, very mermaid. I have one detail left on her to do. Oh yeah, I have the finished head of the chocolate one laying around on my desk, staring at me. Speaking of staring. Exactly, that's why I most often don't add a nose or a mouth. Like with my cats, I just add eyes. Because anything else would be too much, even if I made them in solid color. Okay, let's see. Need to put the stuffing on this side of the eye posts. Which is what will help the ears spread out a bit. Also need to make sure I keep the eye posts together. Come here, don't fall. Oh yeah, we were talking about the zigzag gloves. Here's the blue ones actually. The one from the slideshow. I still have to sew up one of them. But yeah, these are the ones from the slideshow, by the way. The pattern naturally create that nice edge. I saw on the camera there was more stuffing stuck. And then when you sew them up, there is naturally one end that's flat and one that's more overhung, like that. The yarn feels very rough, but once you have them on, it doesn't feel rough at all. It's a special cotton denim. I think you might actually be able to get that brand at your place. It's by Somerset. Before the grocery store nearby changed owner, they imported a lot of unusual yarn from your end of the world. At least cotton, no, because it's not readily available here. Like, it's once in a blue moon. If the small yarn shop in the city brings it in, that's the only time I can even see it. Or if I see it on Amazon, but then it's stupidly expensive. Like, I may be ready. I may be ready to spend $53 on a lemon shark plush that I've been wanting for 2 years. But I am not spending $9 on 50-gram yarn for cotton. I have my limits. Yeah, I was saying before I forgot to bring him. I have Drew nearby, but I forgot Lemon. He is on my bed that way. Actually, that is correct angle. That way. Behind me. Okay, this is as much as I can stuff the head. Otherwise it's gonna be hard to crochet. And yeah, the lemon shark is by a Swedish brand. And every fucking time I go through their website, it is sold out. Every time. They only have the small one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay. I did write it in Discord. It's by Afternoon Fika. And the website is, of course, afternoonfika.se. They have a whole bunch of different food-themed sharks. And I think they have expanded since I last was there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are 8. Yes, I did do the single crochet round before I put the eyes in. There we go. Okay, now we're increasing for the body. I almost got the small watermelon shark they also had. But then I saw the lemon and I dive bombed it. Because it is the one shark of theirs I've been wanting for years. Even though it did put me over budget, but still. Shark. Lemon shark. My favorite shark. Yeah. Got got stuck somewhere in something. Don't know how. There. Around there. Don't get stuck on nothing. Thank you. And there is a third bot in my chat. Wow. Go away. No one wants you. I may be on their website right now. Does Pilgrim have your wallet? That's all I'm gonna say. Does Pilgrim have your wallet? Increase. One increase. Yeah. I will point out that while their plush seems expensive as fuck, they are made with the same fabric and stuffing as Squishmallows. I think they had that one too at the sci-fi store as a pin. They had the metal pins too, but $13 for a pin that's that size is a bit steep. It do be a bit steep, even for me. Yeah, especially if it's something you've been wanting for several years. So yeah, when I saw that lemon, I dive bombed it so hard. Then I walked around the store looking at all the other things while squishing it. And it was wrapped in plastic so you could hear me squishing it. Let's just say certain people around me were highly entertained. Oh, there's a cat here. Never mind, I'll crochet in the cat here. Mother won't mind. Hatters add value. Yeah. If it's for someone that you live with, that regularly shove their face into the kitty's fur anyway, I don't think they're gonna mind at all. And I really need to put numbers on these bubbles. Okay, and now I need 6 rounds around. Ah. Yeah, we will not be able to finish 2 full bunnies. I already know that. We still have 8 rounds left in this. As comparison. Move this marker to its spot. And get in. Go through both loops. Thank you. There. Now it is extra secure. Woo. We even have a permanent marker pen. I am not so sure about that. Come on, get in. This will be adorable. I really wish the shipping from Ice Yarns was cheaper. So I could actually buy from them. Because they have so many yarns I want. But no matter how many yarns I add to my cart, the shipping is always more than the actual order. I think it would even be cheaper for me to find out if they got a warehouse in America and buy from there than it is for me to buy from Turkey. Bacon price will likely increase too because of just yeah. Because of OIC, Orange in Charge. Can also be said as oink. For it to be even more fitting. Kinda true. At least they have a use because they give bacon. What's the difference between oink and oink? Well, you see, one destroys everything he touched, the other one gives bacon. I mean, you're not wrong. There do be that. Let's see, where am I even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Am I on? I need 3 more. I really need to put numbers on these bubbles. But the only black pen I know I can find is not a permanent marker. So it would be a kind of bad idea. Oh well. I'm going to the mall tomorrow anyway. I can buy a full carton of Mother's cigarettes. Because they don't sell cartons over here, they only sell packs. So I can check tomorrow. permanent marker anyway. Because I have other stuff I want to write on. Like I want to write on the freezer drawers. But we're slowly getting the first bunny done. Technically not Easter color, but it will do. And also the pattern of the yarn is creating a really cool design on the front of him. Yeah, because it's purple, it's for mother. That way I can make more and have them in peace. But yeah, due to the yarn, look at that pattern. That's naturally created by the yarn itself. Which is another point in favor of a yarn with very short color changes. Very short, sometimes longer panels make price look a bit too patchy, yeah. This lined up very well, looks like he's almost got an egg on his stomach. Not quite, but almost. Oh, factory not. Oh well. That won't be visible anyway. With some lever pulling of the yarn, that is. Like that. Oh. Thing is that yarn with short color changes are surprisingly hard to find. Surprisingly hard. It's because of the ombre is still a lot of rage. People still go nuts for it. Yeah, it was okay. I think even on Hobie there is a lack of short change yarn. I'm gonna need to look that up because I actually have need for that. Ooh, I also need to look for that. No, I can get that in city center, okay. Okay, so I know where to get one of the yarns for one project, but I still need the shorts. And I'm gonna need to start stuffing. We're gonna have bunny butt stuff, by the way. We are gonna have some bunny butt stuff. We have one round left on him. Actually, I'm just gonna take this piece and shove it in. I'm not gonna fluff it up or anything. Because it's a fairly round object and fairly round piece. I'm just gonna shove it in without fluffing. I think I am gonna stuff the body more than I did the head, however. I'm gonna do this one more round. Or maybe just half the round. And this one will almost be able to stand up on his own. Like if I gave him a little tail, he probably could. No, I can make the way around. And then stuff more. And it will be at least one bunny done. Okay, now I don't need a stitch marker. Here we go. True. But I also want to make as much as possible of the next one, and we have about an hour. That's it. I'm gonna thread the needle. Let's start with this. Yeah, where's my bag of cotton stuffing? Need to use that up. Somewhere I have a bag of recycled cotton stuffing. But it's actually fairly good and very, very cheap. Even though it's just a small bag. But I also kinda wanna use it up. Okay. My thumb joint is not agreeing with me. Like it wants to crack, but it's not doing it. And being in pain is a lot less annoying than that feeling. Let's see. We can get this flat. We need a flat butt. He might stand up on his own without the tail. Okay, maybe. Long enough to save actually. Do that. Okay. I filled that in. Okay, moment of truth. Yes. He does in fact stand up on his own. With a tiny bit of help. He does stand up on his own. Let me just reset this. But yeah, with a tiny bit of help he does stand up. So now I can finally start on the other one. Mother dropped by. She wants me to give him a white tail. But that's for after stream, I told her. Okay, can I use this hook for this yarn? That is highly debatable. It might be too big, actually. Might be too big. Hmm. What am I thinking? Let's do some thinking. It might be a nice, very subtle effect. Yeah, I swear, I own 7 crochet hooks that are 3.5mm. I can find 3 of them. I have 4 hooks that are 4.5mm. I can find 1. And I don't actually have a 4mm hook, which is what I would have wanted right about now. But I'm gonna do it with 3.5. It might give a cool effect. Mixing white with this blue. I'm gonna try it anyway. If nothing else, I am still using up yarn for a cute critter. Wow, that's gonna be thick. Okay, fine. Go. Try this. You know what? This would be very cool. I think she said she would post it before she left. But I am not sure if she has yet. 1, 2, 3, 5. You will probably have to take that up with her. Last she said to me she was gonna post it before she left. He gets here on Saturday? Oh, okay. This would be really cool, by the way. This was such a good choice. I am surprised by myself. This will basically look like a sky bunny. Like a bunny made from sky and clouds. So I'm gonna use the blue stitch marker for this. And I'm also gonna need to scroll up for the ear pattern. Yeah, just from what I'm seeing already, from doing the starter magic ring, it's gonna look like a sky bunny. To remember, it's 1, then increase, not increase round. Which is my default. This one will also be a lot bigger than Mother's, since I am using 2 yarns. Only because the blue is like super thin. But yeah, this one will be my favorite. Despite not being green, I mean. Oh, cat hair. Am I gonna have to get a tweezers for that? Because that is really in there. Oh, there we go. I'm hoping I can get at least the head done, but I'm not sure. Because I am having to go slower due to 2 yarns. And one of the yarns is, what is it, 4 strands held together. Yeah, come on, get in, get in, get in. Okay, fine. Get in, thank you. Let's see, 7, 8, 9, okay. Just making sure I have the right stitch count. Because me and stitch count have not been friends lately. Even not counting the stream today. Me and stitch count have not been friends. But yeah, this will be big. That's gonna be so cool. was my best idea in a long ass while. I need to find where I can get more of white like this. Because it is also the yarn I like to use for spiderwebs. It creates the perfect web look. I got stuck somewhere. Or did I? No, I did not. Okay. I'm gonna have to fix that loop there though. Do I have any of my thin? Yes, there we go. Come here, you. I have a 2mm here. I have a loop I want to get on the inside. Stitch marker almost got out on his own, which was fine. Because I needed it out now anyway. So cool. I wasn't actually sure about this combo, but it's working out nicely. I was afraid that the white would wash out the bluish mint. But no, it's actually working out a lot better than I thought. And it is in fact not washing it out at all. Nice. Okay, now 3 rounds around. I think for this one I might not stuff the ears, I might just squish them. Because I want to see what that looks like. And I got stuck somewhere. I definitely got stuck somewhere. Redo that stitch then. There we go. That's more like it. Because this is so thick, I think they will more than likely keep the shape anyway. Like I said, I should actually be using a 4mm with this. Because this feels sort of like when I make my spiders, and for the spiders, the fluffy boys, I use a 4.5. Having to dig out the yarn for a snail I want to make. So satisfying to pop. But yeah, numbers on those bubbles is gonna be very necessary. Since I am in fact gonna be using it as a roll counter. I need to write a little list for the grocery store too. Is realized I haven't had iPad on charge? Oh no. If it disappears, you'll know why. Oh no. Going into the void. Oh no. Well, we only have like 40 minutes left of the stream anyway. So. You will not be missing much if you do disappear before that. And there will be pictures in the Discord anyway. So, you know. And the pictures in Discord will have a lot better colors than this. Because I don't think this camera is even picking up the blending of these yarns. No. It's not picking up the blending at all. Just trust me, it's very very cool and the white is not washing it out at all. It has almost opalescent effect. Actually. Because this white is very matte. But this has a slight shine to it. And with me holding them double, it's almost opalescent. Which means, of course, the camera is not picking it up. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 5. One more. One more than decrease. Then the ear is done, and I can start the next one. Yeah, I really need to log into Warcraft. I cannot even remember the last time I was on. And I do have a few characters I need to check. One of my characters might have gotten kicked from her guild. Because they have some very strict rules for no reason at all. say? Right. See if this is actually true. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Have I missed an increase? Maybe? Or is it wrong here? Four, 5, 6, 7. Somewhere I have missed something and I don't know where. Okay, let's go from the start. Ring 6. Done that. Did that. Defo did that, I remember that. No, it just looks weird. But okay. Yeah. Okay. Apparently it's correct. Somehow. Yeah, I'm thinking that this will definitely be able to hold shape and such on its own. And I felt that's it. Okay, I will definitely want to finish this day. It for sure will not be a stream. There will not be time for that since I do need to go to the grocery store directly afterwards almost. Make sure that I can get in here. Yeah. There we go. Okay, that was one ear done. I'll put the scissors underneath my microphone this time. Yeah, that's one ear of second bunny. First separate these and then line them up again. Okay. Ad incoming, which means is about half an hour left. Come on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always do a safety count because if you fuck up the start, you fuck up the rest. Trust me on that. I'm a professional at it. Okay, then I can reset this. Let's see. Well done. It only takes hours to pick a big prey with some. Yeah. I once had to unpick half a shawl. Yeah. Exactly. This is very Hard to hold. Okay, that wasn't Catter, that was my own hair. That does not count. I still don't want it in my bunny, however. I recognize it as mine because it was short. It was short but still longer than Mickey's fur. Yeah. Might help if you actually make sure you have enough yarn to work with. Hmm. Ooh, that's an idea. Okay, that would be interesting. Huh. Don't mind me, I just had an idea or 5. But now we're back to, do I even have yarn for them? Oh my, full circle. Started the stream by wondering if I have enough yarn for an idea or 3. And pretty much ending the stream with, do I have yarn for an idea or 5? Woo! How about I start actually writing shit down? Most of my projects are not even written down. Come on. I may have too many ideas. And most of them can't even happen yet. It is not the season. Don't fall off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Yes, let me tell ya, even for me, it is way too early for Christmas. Just saying. Even for me, it is way too early for Christmas craft. I want to get past at least Mother's birthday in August before I think about Christmas. Yeah, exactly, from summer, but not when summer has just begun. Then it's a bit on the weird side, depending on what it is. And if it's just something for yourself, like the idea that I had, then it's hella too early. Like I said, I need to at least get past Mother's birthday in August before I think about that. The blanket I have on the back of my chair is underneath my butt cheek and it feels weird. You can even see how much it has fallen down right here. All of this is supposed to be up, not down here at my butt cheeks. March is our horror month for expenses. Ours is January. That's usually ours. Because that's when we get the electricity bill for December. Otherwise it's pretty chill with the rest of the bills, but yeah. And I got stuck somewhere. Fine until here. Yeah. Meant to fix our energy rates. Ah, nice. Yeah, ours weren't that bad this time. Mostly because we didn't have much cold. All of our cold arrived like last month. That's pretty much when we had it the coldest. But actual winter was just bundle up in real clothing and pull a blanket over and you were fine. Then January was a bit meh, okay, still cold, but meh. The February, that's when we get all of the cold. All of it. Let's see what now. Am I missing a round? Hold on. Maybe, maybe not. Safety count. No, I have 7, okay. It just looked weird. Got it. Okay, so pretty much do this round and then crochet them together. And then it should be time to end. So a lot slower than usual. Because I think last year or the year before I could do 2 full bunnies in one stream. Despite them being tricolored. I'm gonna blame my left hand not quite cooperating. And also the fact that I'm using 2 yarns held double, one of which is just 4 strands loosely held together. Which ain't exactly helping. Okay, then... Okay, what's that? So... have a decrease. And then we are crocheting them together. Okay. Right. There's a stitch. Okay. That is the new start of round. 1. One, 2 decrease. The annoying one. Woo. Even more annoying by the yarns. Ugh. Okay. But yeah, this will be so cool. I'm gonna have to show pictures on Discord of this. Because it's like the yarn is showing up as blue, but mixed with the white is showing up as a very minty green. Like, very minty green. Where is that stick? Yeah, it is okay. I'm there with you. And it's just a bit of a mindfuck. That the blue is somehow showing up as mint green when mixed with white. Yeah. One, two. Okay. Now let's do this last stitch. Yeah, with the decrease. In a very annoying spot. There we go. Okay. That is the new start of round. Perfect in time to end stream. Because I want to end before the next ad. So we have one pair of ears. I'm just gonna let them hang like that. Okay. Put those away somewhere. Okay. Not sure where I can. I have too much stuff next to me, by the way. Including half a cinnamon cake. Because that do be what you have right next to you, right? Half a cinnamon cake. From yesterday. Let me reset this a bit. Because we are on round 1 of the head. Yeah. It was on sale fairly big, so I paid $2 for that instead of the normal 4. So I got 1 each for me and mother. Okay, I'm gonna keep these 2 stitch markers on my desk because I am quite sure I'm gonna need them. I am quite sure. And for the pattern, even though I did post it in my Discord, There's Easter Peep by Rose and Lily Amigurumi.com. It is so cute. I need some hand stretches too. Ugh. Oh well. Let's do the usual outro. Discord be over yonder. Instagram be right there. I will be back as usual on Saturday, since we don't really celebrate holidays anyway. So I am streaming as usual, no matter what, unless something happens. So there is that. Well, it's not raining this time. It was raining when I went to the thrift store. It's not raining now. So there's that. And it's not cold either, at least outside. But yeah, thank you for being here lurking and working. We got one peep done at least. So yeah, stay warm, stay safe, and have a great time zone. Bye. Squeak.